Trails can be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, they're gorgeous. The fresh air clears your head, and the birdsong creates a natural soundtrack for relaxation. It's the perfect escape from the daily grind, the noise, the stress, the constant feeling of being on. But sometimes, that very escape can trigger an unexpected encounter. You might be lost in your own world when a rustle in the bushes or a snap of a twig sends a jolt of adrenaline through you. Today, let's take a look at the creepiest things caught on trail cameras. Number 1. Bigfoot. For those of you who don't know, Bigfoot is like a giant, hairy monster. Some folks believe lives in the woods, especially in the Pacific Northwest. People imagine it walking on 2 legs and covered in fur, kind of like a giant ape. Stories about Bigfoot have been around for a long time, with people talking about seeing a hairy wild man way back in the early 1900s. The name Bigfoot became popular in the 1950s when people found big footprints they thought belonged to this creature. Even though many people say they've seen Bigfoot, scientists aren't sure. They think most sightings might be mistakes or people making up stories. Bigfoot is a big part of local legends and traditions, with stories being passed down for years. It's even inspired by books, shows, and movies. But you can see in the video that the creature looks like Bigfoot. So, is Bigfoot real? Nobody knows for sure. That's what makes it a mystery and keeps people talking about it. Number 2. Yeti. High up in the snowy mountains of Asia, there's a mysterious creature people call the Yeti, or abominable snowman. Imagine a giant, hairy, ape-like monster roaming around. People say it's covered in brown, gray, or even white fur, and can be pretty big and strong, maybe even 6 feet tall and really heavy. Some stories even say it has sharp teeth. For a long, long time, people who live near the mountains have talked about the Yeti. They see it as a kind of warning to be careful of wild animals and stick together. The stories about the Yeti or the abominable snowman have been around for a long time, but things got even wilder in the 1920s when people claimed to find giant footprints way up on Mount Everest. Can you imagine stumbling upon footprints that big in such a remote and extreme place? Despite all the excitement and countless expeditions to find the Yeti, no one has ever found solid proof that it exists. Sure, some people might have seen strange things or come across huge footprints, but nothing has been confirmed. Some people think maybe they saw something else, or perhaps someone was pulling a prank. But when I see videos or hear stories like these, it makes me wonder. Maybe this creature really does exist, hidden away somewhere deep in the mountains or jungles. It's like a mystery waiting to be solved. Who knows what secrets the wilderness might still be hiding? Number 3. Canis wolf. Wolves are scary on their own, but if you encounter one on a trail, well, good luck. The one you see in this video is a Canis lupus. Canis lupus, commonly known as the gray wolf or gray wolf, is a large canine species native to Eurasia and North America. This species belongs to the Canidae family and has many subspecies, with more than 30 identified, including the domestic dog and the dingo. The gray wolf is the largest living member of the Canidae family. It has some distinctive physical characteristics that set it apart from other Canis species. These include less pointed ears and muzzle, a shorter torso, and a longer tail. Gray wolves are known for their social behavior and often live in packs. They communicate through various vocalizations, body postures, and scent markings. They are highly adaptable and can live in a range of environments, from forests and tundras to deserts and mountains. As you can see in this video, a Canis was spotted on this trail. Number 4. Ghost. In the video, a short clip from a hunting property in southern Ohio shows deer peacefully grazing. However, something unusual in the top right corner captures attention. A floating figure, barely visible at first, moves closer to the deer without causing any alarm. This strange sight defies explanation. When I was watching it, it was very unsettling. Even viewers on YouTube have watched the video repeatedly, zooming in on the mysterious figure. Is it a trick of light, a camera glitch, or something more mysterious? You guys can give your suggestions in the comments sections. From what I know, it is definitely a ghost, but what kind? That is the real question. Number 5. Mysterious beast. Now, some argue that the eyes we see are of a Bigfoot, but honestly, it looks something more like a werewolf to me. The shine in those eyes is not something I'd expect to see in a Bigfoot's eyes. Also, it's massive, and if you look closely, the halo is more like a beast, similar to a werewolf than anything else. That gave me the chills, honestly. Imagine going camping and your trail camera records a creature just staring at you like that, no way. Number 6. Nightcrawler. Okay, so if you squint your eyes a bit, you can see something that looks like a nightcrawler. Well, for those who don't know, Nightcrawler has really grabbed people's attention. Some say characters like him are just made-up stories, but lots of sightings and stories have made some wonder if they could be real. In videos online, people claim they've seen creatures that look like Nightcrawler, sparking arguments between those who believe and those who don't. Whether these sightings are true or fake is still debated, but the mystery keeps people interested. Nightcrawler's appearances in comics, movies, and TV add to the mystery around mutant creatures. His adventures with the X-Men make people wonder if mutants could really exist in our world. Even though many don't believe in creatures like Nightcrawler, some still think there might be something out there that we don't understand yet. Maybe, hidden away, there are creatures with powers we can't even imagine, waiting for us to find them. Number 7. Wild Yukon black timber wolf caught on a bushnell. What you see in this video is a wild Yukon black timber wolf. The Yukon black timber wolf is a subspecies of the gray wolf native to parts of Alaska and western Canada, including the Yukon Territory. The Yukon black timber wolf is one of the largest subspecies of gray wolves. Adult males typically weigh between 85 to 115 pounds on average, with some exceptionally large individuals reaching up to 145 pounds. Females, although slightly smaller, still have big size and strengths. These wolves are easily distinguished by their striking black coat, which stands out against the more common gray and brown coats of other timber wolf subspecies. Along with their distinctive coloration, they boast a long, bushy tail and a muscular build, reflecting their prowess as apex predators in their environment. In terms of habitat, the Yukon black timber wolf is highly adaptable, inhabiting a range of environments, including boreal forests, tundra, and mountainous regions throughout Alaska and western Canada. And these wolves are hunters preying on large creatures such as moose, caribou, and Dall sheep. However, they also consume smaller mammals like beavers and hares, demonstrating their adaptability in sourcing food across a diverse range of prey species. Observing a Yukon black timber wolf in its natural habitat is a rare experience, and this video is one of the rare proofs that we have of them. Number 8. Feral human. Feral humans, also known as feral children, are a crazy topic in understanding how humans grow and behave. Some people think they're just made-up stories, but there are real cases that show how early socializing affects how we think and act. The person in the video resembles a feral human. Its unkempt appearance, wild movements, and apparent lack of socialization could easily evoke thoughts of a person who has lived in the wilderness away from human contact. The trail camera caught the whole bizarre act, and honestly, it made me want to skip the clip. That's how weird it is. It also shows that humans are in fact scarier than any other creature in this world. Now, there's a possibility that the person recorded on this trail camera was dealing with some mental health issues. Yet still, watching someone do crazy stuff in the middle of a forest is creepy enough in itself. Number 9. UFO. In the video, if you watch closely, around 8 seconds in, there's a round thing floating. At 10 seconds, it's right in the middle of the screen. It moves down the driveway and then circles back. Between 17 and 18 seconds, for a quick moment, you can see something hanging below the floating thing. The space it covers is about 20 feet. The person watching might think of it as a spider using its web to float across the gap between trees. But if you notice, spiders don't usually travel like that. Also, the object moving is much slower than how an insect would fly. This leaves us with a question. What exactly was that? A fairy? Or just some insect? Number 10. Velociraptor. Well, sit tight because this one will rush your mind with thousands of questions. While dinosaurs are often thought of as ancient creatures that have long since died out, what if there is evidence that some of them are still among us today? You can see one in this video. It might sound like something out of a science fiction story, but there are intriguing theories suggesting just that. While it's true that the giant reptiles that roamed the Earth millions of years ago vanished during the mass extinction event, Modern science has uncovered surprising connections between dinosaurs and their descendants. Birds, for example, are considered by many scientists to be direct descendants of certain groups of dinosaurs. And there are other creatures living today that exhibit features reminiscent of dinosaurs. But what about creatures beyond the familiar realms of birds and crocodiles? Even though it might sound crazy to think dinosaurs could still be around, it's a really interesting idea that gets people thinking and imagining. Number 11, number hunter. We definitely take for granted the convenience of having food readily available. I mean, look at animals. They really have to struggle to get food. Imagine being out on a trail, enjoying the fresh air and scenery when you come across something like this. In the video, you can see a strong wolf stands by a stream, alert and focused. Its muscles are tight, ears up, eyes fixed on the water. This isn't just a walk in the woods. This is a predator ready to hunt. Suddenly, the wolf spots movement in the water. A fish, unsuspecting and important for the wolf's survival, swims by. The hunt starts fast. The wolf jumps into the water with a big splash, chasing after the fish. The fish, sensing danger, tries hard to get away. It twists and turns, fighting to escape the wolf's sharp teeth. It's a tough fight, with both sides giving their all. Even though we might think we know who'll win, watching this video is scary. Number 12, troll. Okay, so as you can see, there's a strange creature walking in the video. It could be a lot of different things. Maybe it's an animal we've never seen before, something from a remote place in the world. After all, there are still many undiscovered species out there. It might also be a creature from stories and legends like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster, which people talk about but haven't proven to exist. But many people believe that it's none of them and is, in fact, a troll. Trolls are mythical creatures that are believed to dwell in deep forests. Honestly, from what I know so far, it does look like a troll. But there's also a chance that it's not real at all. It could be a fake, created with special effects or computer graphics, maybe for a movie, a prank, or a viral marketing campaign. Without more information, it's hard to say exactly what this creature is. Each possibility is interesting and makes us think about the many mysteries in our world. Number 13, Gettysburg ghosts. Okay, so this YouTuber named Boof wanted to capture the ghosts around Gettysburg. So, at the end of September 2020, he hid trail cameras around Gettysburg Battleground National Park. These cameras had high-sensitivity motion sensors but didn't pick up anything on the nights of the 28th and 29th. But on the night of September 30th, between 12:52 a.m. and 1:25 a.m., all the cameras activated. And if you look very closely, you will notice something unusual on the screen. Now I can't tell for sure, but it is definitely some kind of a ghost. Number 14. Camp ghost. Okay, so this man had his truck parked on the trail, and as the video starts, you can see something fall onto the truck. Then, the light travels through the roof, and there it goes, vanishing in the dark. It could be anything, really. What's really strange is that the truck lights keep turning on and off by themselves. Could it be a ghost? Number 15. Lake ghost. Well, this one will make you feel a sense of peace, and then take it away. While filming otters in a Scottish river, the photographer noticed something very strange when playing the video back. In this 3-minute clip, you can see there is something unusual happening in the trees. The scene looks very beautiful, with the serene river and lush greenery creating a very beautiful setting. However, when you zoom in and focus on the left side, you can sense an eerie presence. It's subtle, but there's a distinct feeling that something or someone is there, hidden among the trees, watching. This adds a mysterious and very uneasy element to an otherwise peaceful and lovely scene. I mean, the photographer won't be able to enjoy the scene again, I think. Number 16. Pack of wolves hunting fish. Wolves are scary predators, and they're even scarier for fish, which become their dinner. Looking at one will make you pee your pants, but this video takes it to another level. You see a couple of wolves out and about. If you're curious, this video shows the Bowman Bay pack, the only pack known to fish. They have hunted spawning white suckers for 3 years in a row. According to the channel owner who uploaded this video, in 1019, several instances of wolves hunting, chasing, and waiting to ambush suckers were captured, although no footage of them actually catching a fish was obtained. Evidence like fresh remains of consumed fish carcasses and wolf scats full of fish scales confirmed that the wolves were successful in their hunting efforts. Unfortunately, the cameras were not positioned in the right places at the right times to capture these moments. But this video is one of those captures that really make you want to stay at home. I mean, imagine you're on a hike and these wolves decide to have you for dinner. Number 17, UFO. According to the video, this guy's trail cam picked up these mysterious lights and they've got me scratching my head. If you take a look, you'll see the lights on the bridge to the right, shimmering and glowing in the darkness. It's a scary sight, isn't it? Now I can't help but wonder, could these lights have been the beacon that drew in an alien spacecraft? It sounds far-fetched, I know, but in a world full of mysteries, anything is possible. But let's not jump to conclusions just yet. As much as I'd love to believe in extraterrestrial visitors, it's important to consider all possibilities. Maybe it's not an alien craft at all. Perhaps it's just someone with a flashlight wandering around in the night. Or maybe there's a more mundane explanation, like a malfunctioning streetlight or a reflection from passing cars. Regardless of what caused these lights, they've definitely sparked my curiosity. What do you think? Do you believe in the possibility of alien visitors, or do you think there's a more down-to-earth explanation? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. Number 18. Bear chase. Horses are beautiful and powerful, but even they can struggle a bit when it comes to fighting with bears. In the video from Alberta, Canada, wild horses are seen running in fear as a grizzly bear chases them through the forest. Sadly, the bear catches an old horse, showing how tough life can be in the wild. You just never know what's waiting for you. According to the YouTuber, people in the West try to protect their farm animals from bears and wolves by using donkeys and llamas. But the truth is, these animals can't always keep the predators away. They might seem like good guards, but they're not the best at it. Number 19. Ghost deer. We have seen many deer in our lives, but a white ghost deer? What? Yes, that's a first for me too. According to the YouTuber that captured this video, in the mountains, hunting isn't just about getting a trophy. Sometimes it's about the amazing things you come across. He had been tracking this white deer for days. He says that he was told it's not good to kill a white deer. So even though he had worked hard to find her, he couldn't bring himself to harm her. And if you guys are curious, in Native American stories, like those from the Chickasaw and Lenape tribes, white deer are really special. The Chickasaw talks about the ghost of the white deer, a mysterious creature that represents something powerful. And the Lenape believe that seeing a pair of all-white deer means that indigenous people will unite and lead the world with their wisdom. Lots of tribes and indigenous groups around the world have similar stories. Number 20. Seagull swallowing a whole rabbit. In this video, you can see a big seagull on an island called Skomer in Wales. It's gobbling up a rabbit in one huge bite. Well, all I can say is that it is creepy and very gross. I mean, it has made my stomach feel a bit uneasy. Imagine you are up on a mountain trying to relax, and you see this happening in front of your eyes. I would personally let out a scream and run as far as I could. Gina Gavigan, who works at the Trust, says this kind of thing happens in nature all the time. Seagulls eat rabbits, especially when they can't find other food like small birds or chicks. Did you know that the great black-backed gull, the bird in the video, is the biggest kind of seagull? Nature can be pretty amazing, even if it's a little bit icky sometimes. Number 21. Grim Reaper. Well, looks like I saved the best video for last. In this video, you can see something scary. A Grim Reaper standing on the road. It's like something out of a scary movie. The Grim Reaper is usually a symbol of death, so seeing it can make you feel scared and uneasy. People might wonder why the Grim Reaper is there. Is it just someone in a costume playing a prank, or is there something more mysterious going on? Either way, seeing the Grim Reaper on the road is definitely creepy. I mean, how would you feel if you would see one out on the road? So, wrapping it up, trails sure have a knack for keeping us guessing. Next time you're out hiking and stumble upon something strange, don't hesitate to share the video. After all, it's these mysterious encounters that make exploring the great outdoors so thrilling. If you enjoyed watching these encounters, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such content. Your support helps us get into even more of the mysteries hidden within the wilderness. So hit that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to stay tuned for more thrilling adventures. Thanks for watching.